5 years ago, Don Peppers and Martha Rogers wrote a book that changed the marketing landscape forever. Titled The One-to-One Future, it proposed a radical rethinking of the way marketers treat their customers. Peppers and Rogers presented a manifesto for how companies can increase their profits by selling more things to fewer customers. In other words, they believe it's wiser to focus more on increasing sales to a smaller percentage of your existing customers than to find new ones. The thinking behind their book is straightforward, and it led directly to the agenda behind permission marketing. Getting a new customer is expensive. It takes money to get his attention, and it takes continuing effort to educate him. Interruption marketing is expensive, and so is the process of winning a customer's trust. It's also expensive for the customer, who has to spend time evaluating and learning about the features and benefits of a product. So, argue the authors, instead of focusing on how to maximize the number of new customers, the focus should be on keeping customers longer and getting far more money from each of them over time. It's back to the old days, before the Industrial Revolution and mass marketing, when merchants had a limited supply of customers and worked to get the maximum revenue from each one. 100 years ago, when businesses were small and local, a proprietor would spend hours with a prospect, knowing that the individual interaction would pay off many times over. Consumers responded to this personal care and developed the expectation that they would be sold to personally. The local bookseller would read a book before recommending it. The local cheese merchant would happily offer a taste of a new flavor to a customer. It wasn't unusual for a shopkeeper to spend some extra time with a customer, old or new, or for the merchant's supplier to also be his neighbor. Now, with technology, companies can combine this old-world thinking with the ability to dramatically grow their customer base at the same time. One-to-one marketing, as described by Peppers and Rogers, forms a continuum with permission marketing. The one-to-one marketer takes the permission that's been granted after someone becomes a customer and uses that permission to create even better customers. The better the permission, the more profit created. But you can't build a one-to-one relationship with a customer unless the customer explicitly agrees to this process. Everything from discovering a shoe size to building mutually dependent computer systems with a major vendor requires an overt agreement from both sides. By measuring the depth of permission you have with each customer, one may allow you to send merchandise on approval, another may let you call them when a new product comes in. You can begin to track the benefits of your investment in permission marketing. By focusing on how deep your permission is with your existing customers, you can begin to recognize the value of your permission asset. A good example of the value of permission is Amazon.com. Ask most thinking humans, and they'll tell you Amazon is a bookstore on the web. Analysts will tell you that they're one of the biggest internet-first brands. Yet if Amazon is determined to be a bookseller, they've got big troubles. First, they pay far more for books than Barnes & Noble because of their smaller scale. But even if they overcome that disadvantage, other online sellers will doubtless be able to compete on price. So why is Amazon so busy building its customer base, losing money on each customer and trying to make it up in volume? Why does their prospectus claim that they're losing money and see no end in sight for the losses? Amazon appears to be building a permission asset, not a brand asset. Amazon has overt permission to track which books you buy and which books you browse. They have explicit permission to send you promotional email messages. They are building special interest communities in which Amazon and its customers will be able to talk with each other about specific genres of books. Why? Where's the payoff? The payoff comes the day Amazon decides to publish books. This is where the profit lies, and where Amazon is best able to leverage their permission asset. A book costs about $2 to print and $20 in the store, a huge gulf. But most of that money disappears in advertising, shipping, and especially in the shredding of unsold books. What if you could remove all of those? Imagine that Amazon.com sends a note to each one of the 1 million people who bought a mystery novel from their site last year. Remember, it costs them nothing to do that because email is free. In the note, they ask if you'd like to buy the next Robert B. Parker novel, a Spencer mystery, which will be available exclusively from them. And let's say a third of those customers respond and say, sure. Now, Amazon can make the following extraordinary offer to Robert B. Parker. Write the book, they say. We'll edit it and typeset it and ship it directly to the 333,000 people who have pre-ordered it. We'll deduct our costs and still have $1 million left over to pay you in a one-time check. That's a lot of money for a mystery novel. Yet Amazon still will earn more than $4 million in profit from just one book, and it's only Tuesday. Multiply that scenario by 100 or 1,000 books a year. Using permission, Amazon can fundamentally reconfigure the entire book industry, disintermediating and combining every step of the chain until there are only two, the writer and Amazon. That's the way to visualize the power of permission. Technology enables marketers to have a perfect memory and provides them with the ability to customize correspondence on the fly and deliver it for free by email. Combine that with a database of customers who expect to receive marketing messages from you because they gave you their permission, and most industry book chains should begin to see a looming threat. By moving strangers up the permission ladder, from that very first interruption until the moment when the consumer gives you the permission to actually purchase products on their behalf, marketers are able to optimize their entire marketing process. The results can be fantastic. By dramatically increasing the measurability and efficiency of your marketing system, your company can multiply its profits.